I wanted to come, we had some questions from the meeting that we had at the tourism, about the ice rink. Just in regards, I guess, to, you know, if you all would be able to contribute, I guess how we could work together for, getting that going. So I didn't know if there was, you know, if you all had things, if you all had talked about, you know, what we could partner together to do for that, so that I can take that back to the board meeting that we have next. And I don't know if it's something that maybe we could get in like a written commitment or something that I could have on paper to bring it forth to them.
Okay.
So that was really why.
What do you guys really need? Besides just using that, what else do you need?
I think I'm looking for a financial commitment or no?
For us, I think it was, you know, some of the things we had talked about was, you know, putting it together, you know, manning the concessions, someone to help, you know, with the skate rentals and things like that. Just if there was anything that you all wanted to contribute so that I could take it back to them and discuss it during the board meeting. So I don't know if that's anything that you all want
Man,
to.
I think putting it together and doing all that stuff, me and I can always index out and stuff like that, we can knock that out.
What's the time frame?
We were looking at doing it in conjunction when the Kiwanis has their Christmas lights, which I think is that like that first of December. Yeah.
Will you still be a part-time employee then, or will you be a water employee? That's the one thing I used to consider.
But he can help do that.
I can do
What's
both.
that?
Yeah.
I'll do both. I mean, it
It's
depends
all
on.
about in the winter where you go with the water, but we can use him out here to put up.
Yeah, I mean, we're flexible.
Yeah, as long as we'll have, I can commit, we want to commit Daniel if he's out of band then.
Yeah.
Well, if it's during the lights, I'm already doing lights anyway. So during that whole time frame of lights, I'm fixing lights and doing that stuff, so
Okay.
I should be able to do that too. But as far as what, do you guys want to have it open like all day long? Or is it-
We had talked about doing it pretty much like most will do it on the weekends, like Friday, Saturday, or like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you know, 2 to 3 days out of the week. Sunday we've heard is not a good day to set it up, and then probably from like the afternoon hours on. So probably, you know,
As far as concession stands go, I think we should have enough workers that we could potentially use during the evenings and stuff during those months, as far as selling concessions and making like hot cocoa and stuff like that. That all.
But if they're the high school kids, then they're gonna be back at school.
During the evenings,
During the evening.
they'll be fine, and then the weekends. But that's why I was asking, because like if it's during the day, through the weekday, then I don't know how we would run concession stands.
yeah, and I mean, that's something too, like, cause we had talked about like during the daytime, we could have, you know, any of the church groups that wants to come, or any schools or something. If those kind of groups wanna come in, that would be something that, you know, we could man on our end. But you know, any of the like after hours through that like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, from like, you know, if we started it from like 4 to 9 or something like that, you know, if you had 5 or 6 hours in the evening to kind of have that covered for the skate rentals and the concessions.
Will that stay up full time?
It'll be up for about a month.
6 weeks.
So what's the security look like for here, other than
Cameras.
cameras?
So you got cameras and whatever patrol we can get from the state police department.
I'm a bitch, you can't.
I mean, just depending on the weather, if it's warm, the park will still be somewhat active. You might have some people doing some baseball stuff, you'll have people playing basketball. Whenever it gets real cold or soggy, it's desolate out through here.
So we said like 4 to 9, you thinking?
Yeah.
What time does it get dark? Cause we don't have lights.
We're gonna put up
Those portable ones.
portable ones at 6 cents.
Run a generator?
Well, that's what it is. It's young on that. We just started it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
we've talked about too, like the Edison lights, to hang some of those around, where the rank's at, to give it some
That'd be nice.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
We'll have it.
Okay. Cause I mean, it gets dark, it starts getting dark at like.
5:30.
Yeah.
It's
On Saturday, you're gonna be open during the day.
I would think so. We would probably have some day hours.
Do you need any like funding approval from us?
I mean, I don't know if you all are, you know, if you all have talked about it, if there's anything. There was several questions during the meeting when we had it with the tourism, so I just need to come back with, you know, if you all want to contribute something, or you all, you know, can do this, or.
You know, workers, kind of any kind of stuff, I guess, facilities, any kind. So workers,
Yeah, so essentially, manning the attraction, manning the concession stand, Thursday, Friday, Saturday hours.
Evening,
Right.
Thursday evening,
Right.
Thursday, Friday evening, Saturday.
Right.
I think the Saturday time would potentially need to be somebody like ignite or something that wants to like.
Oh, yeah.
Bring money up and
You can still do
stuff like that.
12, you can start at 12, you don't have to start at 13.
Yeah, I just feel like as far as workers go, because like during the summertime, I have workers that work at the splash park and they work all day, but it's weekend doesn't night like we want to do this, and it's also non
You say it's like security.
heavily. Yeah, because it's, and also I don't know if because I would need 2 workers in here, and then as far as that goes, we have to have people manning that. When splash park happens, I only have 2 people working, one in here, one out there. For this, we would need more people, right? I mean, we want a couple people in the concession stand, and we want a couple people outside, make sure nobody's.
Yeah, and I mean, and we'll have everyone from like our group, and then we'll have, you know, volunteers and things like that that will be able to contribute as well, for the manpower. So,
I know insurance and liability was brought up, and that was gonna be like under the city, but what about like an accidental insurance policy for workers, or, you know, if somebody falls and cuts their wrist
How's that
with
gonna be
skiing,
with the
I don't
It'll be
know.
under ours, because our contribution from the city will be the worker. Will be a sponsor event that are.
Under the city park?
Yeah.
So they don't get
Under
our
our-
insurance already had, they'll be covered under our policy, right?
Yeah, our workers' comp, since they're employees of it, they're already employees.
What about if someone takes a skate and attacks someone else? So does that mean they need to get an insurance, or is that still covered just as if someone took a basketball?
My understanding was the other counties had them, when they went on, they signed a waiver, is my understanding. They had a waiver that each person that went in and signed.
Maybe that's where like we have all the skates in here, and in order to get skates, you have to come.
Sign that
Sign
waiver.
waiver. And that way they're not just out there for people to grab.
yeah, yeah, we'll need some kind of storage.
Yeah,
I have a sign for
we can clean that out for.
I think it comes, I think the package that we looked at has 75 skates with it.
Is this gonna be free for the community, or is it, you gotta pay $2 or something?
We've talked about it, nothing's been decided yet, but I would say that there will be a fee of some sort.
Okay,
For
just
it.
what I wasn't sure about. I didn't know if it was just like a.
If you don't do a fee, you'll have the same people here.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be, but the apartment, the kids will be here. I'm sorry. You'll have to run them off all day.
On the skate rentals, we could probably just do what we do for the volleyballs and just take their license, for the skates, and then they bring the skates back and get their license. That way they don't want to come back and get that license.
Cause
And also make sure you have someone here who brings skates,
Who's an adult?
well, license is just 16, but we can require it to be 18. Have to have the horizontal license for them. We can tell them employees that.
or they'll have to have a parent with them to get a kid. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think, I mean, from the sound of it, will help as much as we can.
Okay.
As far as like workers go and the put up of it and maintenance of it and security, I think we can kind of cover that. As far as like paying for it and everything like that, I don't know if we would need numbers as far as how much we would need to contribute to help with
In
that.
the last meeting, you guys also discussed, you all need storage for the actual rink, and you guys had briefly discussed that. Is there,
Do we have, is there, I don't know if there's room at those, at the drive-in.
And there may be, it said, in the paperwork that,
We're gonna have to drive in there.
We're gonna have that here, but as far as storing it, I
How
can
big
make
is it?
it says it needs, it'll stack up in pieces, a 12-foot by 6-foot space, is as
So,
small as it needs.
we could actually just store it in the splash pad area, inside the fence, in the splash pad.
we're storing it during the summertime, so then you guys splash park.
Oh, it's on during summertime?
Yeah, storing it year round.
Storing it year round in the winter time, okay, they are.
Ideally, that building out there has got junk.
Which building?
I don't know what's going on. That's got much crap we don't ever use. I don't think I've been in there
It's all junk.
once.
Yeah.
We can store it.
And it says that when it ships, it says depending on what size we ended up going with, it's anywhere from like 3 to 6 pallets is what it'll come on, and then you'll have a pallet for the fencing. That goes with it.
Office.
Yeah, like at Christmas in July,
Building
you
area?
know, so that they come out.
Yeah, we can send them here, yeah.
so you're here, the skate
Where the skate park used to be, yeah.
you ever call there?
No.
They'll have it out
Can a
there.
semi get through there?
They come down here and drag it. The semi can't come.
Yeah, I know.
They usually back right up.
If it's wet there, you want a semi through there.
No, they'll just drop them and we'll have to move them
Okay.
with forks on the back.
We could put them in have them drop off the high school close to the park. So you have an option.
Yeah, so you'll have to have, when they come,
So
make sure that they know it's not, they have to be having a lift on
The
it.
A lot of
county,
times they'll come down to city park or city, all of some city park.
county has forks for their backhoe.
Yes, they do, yeah.
They'll come.
Yeah, Richard.
So, do you just want us to send an email to you saying, hey, here's what we
Sure.
will man the concessions, we'll man the attraction, so we'll provide workers for that, we'll assemble it and we'll store it.
That'd be great.
Okay.
As long as I can just have something in
Yep.
some kind of written form.
Something to take on the show.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So what's the commitment look like from us if we can't get workers to staff that?
I don't think that'd be a problem.
Okay.
Hold on, I guess if.
We work them up till December before we call the work.
And most of the time, when I talk to them, they want more hours, so I'm sure that they would, go longer to make the money.
Worst case scenario, we could send out a common SOS and get travel teams, get Ignite, places 2 miles, and
Or
fundraising.
we could hire more employees for just the winter time, because when we post up on Indeed, people, high school kids and everybody come in there and get like 40-something applicants every year, so.
Yeah, and I mean, we had, the Ignite folks came out to the meeting and then the band and things like that, so I mean, I think we'll have plenty of like extra folks that'll be willing to help too.
Will you
Send
send,
an email, we can-
well, I was saying, will you send it to her, your email account?
I'll send you an
They'll
email.
go some fancy something like.
Mine's pretty fancy. It's like,
We need to get you sent.
Hey, you text me your email?
Yeah.
I need to go with you.
yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Seriously.
Alright.
Because they're wanting to have just one.
So, do we need a motion for that?
I don't think there's anything really in, as far as approving anything, kind of just on me to do that stuff, really.
I go ahead and make a motion.
Okay.
Because the funding of the park will be paying the work.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that way she'll have the minutes too.
Yep.
Do you guys know on average how much the employee salary changes? Like from the budgeted amount, do we need to make a motion to change the budgeted amount on our budget for that?
For that?
To cover, yeah. I mean, is the 65,000 that we have budgeted for the annual funds going to have to change?
Hopefully not, because the hope is that the revenue from the concession stand offsets the labor costs.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be a very noticeable amount.
I think it was 56, 57 last, I think.
Okay, so it's still
In the budget,
yeah.
Okay, so we need a motion for, Parks and Rec commitment for ice rink attraction, covering assembly, manning the attraction, manning concession stand, and storage.
I make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you. I think it'd be really cool.
I think it'll be really neat if we can get,
Be nice. Especially, I like that, it's a lot, make like a whole scene.
have you all seen a picture of it?
I think so.
I brought one.
And especially for the amount of lights that we get at Christmas time, you can kind of decorate the park and more.
We could have like a little, something like people take pictures around.
Yeah.
That's the rating on it.
The same Virginia in the background.
Bring it up.
You don't think I got that picture?
Use that.
Like more of a copies.
Yeah, we need to make them all.
Those gigantic,
Have
huge.
you seen the, have you seen the?
Yeah, I got it on the phone, but set it off.
So they are a giant igloo that has like fake snow inside of it, you get inside of it for it to look like it's
It's no
snow.
ball.
Yeah, but it looks like a giant igloo.
Did that on the next slide.
Well, that's been one, couple of,
It's on
It'll
there.
take me a minute to find it. I got it somewhere. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's not count my buildings now.
Is what?
It's on the agenda.
Okay. You mentioned that.
Yeah, it's on the agenda.
That's how big it is.
Like trying to park.
It's a 40 by 60 is what we were looking at.
What's this one on the picture? You know,
It looks,
I think that's the 40 by 60.
these poles that the hot lots are hanging from, does that come with it, or is that something we would have?
No, it comes as the rink and then you get the fencing.
We can get those photos.
Those are about 90 posts.